Hey everybody, Mike Steele here with Barbecue Champs Academy, and we are looking forward to having another great show for everyone tonight. We have got two special guests. We have a barbecue cook, Mr. Sam Freeze with Triple Up Barbecue is in the house, and we've also got Kyra Thompson. Engine 2 Barbecue. This is, as we always know, Mr. Gordon is usually the first one always on our show, and his lovely daughter, Kyra, cooked in her first SEA competition against the adults this weekend and absolutely slayed it. So I was like, I've got to get her on. And I have been seeing her practice steaks for the better part of the last 6 months, and they have been phenomenal. Way better than her dad's. And I told her, I was like, he was told me she was going to go cook her first cook-off this weekend. I said, the girl is going to slay it. I have no doubt. And that she did. So we're going to hear all about that. So just as everybody's coming in, let us know where you're from. We always love to do this. We had a lot of people on last week. James is not going to be on the podcast tonight. Thank goodness. I did revoke his membership for those that saw it last week. He put me in timeout again on my own show. So anyway, but we've had a lot of fun with him. So as you come in, let us know. We've got Raz on here. Hey, Mike, looking forward to hearing from our new superstar. Absolutely, she is. I done told him cancel the cruise and go to the World Championship next year. So John, we appreciate you being on here. Carrie Ann, thank you for joining us tonight. Dan, appreciate you being here. Been a bit. I'm glad that you're back. So we've missed you. Let's see. David, how you doing, brother? Are you the only moderator tonight? Yes. Like I said, James's membership has been revoked. So we had a lot of fun with that last week. Kevin, thank you for joining us from San Angelo. We got Dan Wright on here from Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. I've been up there several times. Used to do a lot of racing right across the bridge on the other side of the Arc there in Madison. And we've had a good time up there and some great places to eat up there as well. Carlos, thank you for joining us tonight, brother. We appreciate you being here. Rich, we thank you for joining us. Yep, Gateway Drag Strip. That's it. Been down that track many a time. So, let's see. Bring back James Dotson. No, I can't. He'll put me in timeout again. So, anyway, we did have a great time with James. And if there's ever a time that I feel like, I think it was week before last, we was doing some filming. We have another barbecue class that's going to be released. We have some new steak classes that are going to be released. And I know it's been a little over 2.5 years since we've had a new steak class, but we have really been letting the field kind of work itself out. We've really been watching who's just been absolutely killing it. And we have got a couple steak cookers. One of them's already filmed. We have another one going to be filming in January. And so be looking for some release of some new steak classes come January. I think you'll be very happy with the people that we've got picked out. So if I ever have to do another class, though, that's on a Tuesday, then we might reach out to James and see if we can get him to host our podcast for us. So, Lance, thank you for being here. And free James. That's better. That's it. Appreciate you being here with us tonight. We've got Alan Jackson all the way from Nebraska. We appreciate you joining us tonight, Alan. Thank you so much. If you like, once again, as y'all come in, pop it up in there. As that way I'll kind of know how many folks that we have on here. When we kind of see our audience is kind of slowed down, we're going to bring in our guests. Also, a huge shout out to Ray Baker last night, who won the kids won the championship on Master Chef Kids edition. It was the holiday edition for the kids. Ray absolutely killed it to cook venison. I think that probably blew the judges' minds, because I doubt very seriously they ever thought. I think she's 10 years old to go in and cook venison. And then Gordon asked her, like, how's it going to be cooked? Medium. And, you know, he cut into it, and Ray was just like, you could see she was so happy. And I know that Sarah Barker and Wade have got to be thrilled with what their daughter's pulled out. She's a beast when she cooks. She's done a lot of barbecue competitions, little for Kids Q and stuff like that. And we are working hard to try to get her on our show next Tuesday. So we are going to see if we can get the entire family, Ray and Sarah and Wade Barker, on our podcast next Tuesday. I have to go through their PR person. So apparently this is one of the big things. Once you win something like that and you're part of MasterChef, one of the things is you've got to go through their people. It's literally got to kind of go through Master Chef. So that's where we are, just letting you know. And I hope to goodness that they get everything approved for us to come in. I know there's a lot of Texas teams that was giving her huge shout outs, and she well deserving. The girl cooked lights out all through the rounds. So we're excited, and hopefully we'll be able to have her on. Stephen Peacock, thank you for being with us tonight, brother. Joel, thank you for joining us as well. We got Christopher in the house from Connecticut. Man, we got Mr. Marcio. Marcio, man, you have had one heck of a year. I lost count with how many GCs you had. I think it was 13, 7 or 8 of them in a row. And we're glad to have you with us tonight, brother. I know you're probably season's kind of over with. I know if you're like me, when they're on a roll like that, the one thing that you do not want is them to stop. So I hope you can pick right back up where you left off, brother. And when you get ready to go in for Hogs for the Cause to try to promote and raise money like we've done for you the last couple of years, whenever you want to do that, you let me know, brother, and you know you got a front row seat right here with us. So, Robert, thank you for joining us. Louie, we appreciate you. Don't forget, little brother won the American Rolls Kid Q. That's exactly right. He did. So, they have got a great family. Yep, Ray did awesome. She nicknamed me Barbecue Santa. How cool is that? So, it was a lot of fun watching it, so stay tuned. Fingers crossed that they will approve to get her on our podcast. I know so many of the Texas teams know her, and we would love to be able to give you guys a chance to, be on here, listen to her story coming up through barbecue. All I said, we just want to hear her story, how she came up through barbecue, and then, all the competitions she's done and what her experience was like on MasterChef. So anyway, cool deal. And we'll see if we can get her on. Let's see what else we got. Mike put me in timeout, but he can't stop me in the comments. That's for sure. Let's see, Marcio. I appreciate everything you've done for us. Absolutely, Marcio. Well, look, we got quite a few folks on here. Real quick, we're going to thank all of our partners. We could not do what we do with Barbecue Champs without the support of these guys. The barbecue store, Mr. Dustin Stanley, David with Gunnar Wilhelm Knives. I'm not ever shy about what knife I use. It's one of the best knives I've ever come across. My dear friend Gail at Daigle's Barbecue. We love her down in South Louisiana. She's around the Lafayette area. And also Raider Red Meats. If you're ever looking for a lot of the Prairie Fresh stuff or any kind of protein, check them out there in Lubbock, Texas. And she's really good about getting the product out really quick and got good rates on that as well. All right, we got, who else? We got a couple more. Aaron's with us from Cleveland. We got another, probably some family or somebody that knows her. Josh, thank you for being with us from Ohio. Ronald Burns is with us. Hey, brother, how are you doing tonight? We have got Aaron on here. Thank you for joining us. And Mr. John, thank you for being with us tonight, brother. We appreciate you being here. And we also got Harlan on here as well from Arizona. Pretty wide array across the United States. So with that said, Larry, we appreciate you being here. South Jersey, man, we've got them from coast to coast now. So that is really awesome. But we want to go ahead and bring in our first guest, this young lady right here. Miss Kyra Thompson with Engine 2 Barbecue. How are you doing, sweetie?
Good.
That's good. So I guess, have you come back from planet Pluto? Because I probably would still be on cloud nine and at the end of outer space after what you just pulled off this weekend. Has reality set in yet?
A little bit.
Okay. Have you? So if you don't know, Kyra cooked in her first SEA competition against the adults this weekend. How old are you, Kyra?
14.
Just turned 14, so that allowed her to be able to cook against the adults. She finished second place with a 254.2 score, which if you just wonder how high 254.2 is, a perfect score is 254.5. I think they've only had about 8 or 9 perfect scores. I could be off a few. And it took a perfect score to beat her because the person, Jimmy Miller, had a perfect score of 254.5. He got first and Kyra got second, and it was really cool. Jimmy already had his golden ticket and passed it down to Kyra. So we're going to talk about all of that here in just a second and hear your whole journey into how you got into doing that guy over there next to you probably kind of got you into doing a few competitions.
Talking about you, Brenda.
No, I was talking about you. So also we want to bring in this big guy right here, Mr. Sam Freeze with Triple Up Barbecue. Sam, how are you doing, brother?
Good. How you doing, Mike?
Man, I am doing great. Glad you took the time out of your busy schedule to join us. We always like to get different folks on here, and we have not had you on, and we've seen you've had a pretty dadgum good year this year, and you had a really good week down in Uvalde with the 170 teams, and you walked away with a little hardware and had a top 10 finish, man, and huge congratulations to you. That is a stacked field, and any kind of call that you can get in the top 10 with that many teams, man, that's congratulations to what you pulled off.
Thank you.
So,
thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we're going to go let ladies go first. And we're going to start with Miss Kyra first. So, Kyra, I want to know what your passion was. I mean, we saw what little Ray did last night on MasterChef and the Kids Edition. And she's kind of come up in the barbecue ranks for many years from a little tot, and now here she is 10 years old and slaying it. And I know that Gordon got into this state competition stuff when COVID hit because he's told us the story. He wanted to go to Robbie Rule's in-person class. He couldn't. Robbie said, go take an in-person class. And Robbie, you can kind of pick it up, or Gordon, you can kind of pick it up from there of, you took the class, but you got into other things. You saw barbecue was shut down. So explain how you got into doing all that stuff.
So I noticed all these classes on Barbecue Champs Academy, these steak classes, and we had just bought a PK grill from a sweet little old lady, and she knew what she had, and it was a real sentimental thing. A really neat story. Her husband had passed away, and people were really trying to lowball her and kind of steal it from her, and I didn't even haggle on the price because I knew what it was as well. It looked brand new. And so when I didn't haggle the price, she asked me a ton of personal questions. I said, you've asked me all these questions. I have to ask you one. Where did you find this grill? Because they aren't real common up here in Ohio. And she got a big smile on her face because she knew I wasn't going to try and scam her.
Right.
And she said, I tell you what, that grill belonged to my husband. He had family in Arkansas. He cooked on it once and brought it home, and then sadly passed away after cooking on it 3 times.
Wow.
And she goes, I've been waiting for the right person. You can have this grill for $75. I'm like, ma'am, I will pay you your full asking price.
Right.
And she
wow.
said, she goes, if you offer me any more, you aren't leaving with it. So
wow.
Makes me cry every time.
So we started on that, and that's what brought Brenda in.
Yeah.
I had it, and she's like, she'd never cooked on a grill in her life.
Yeah.
Right.
It was new to me, but I thought it was really cool what he was doing. And I'm like, you know what? I probably could do something. I could do it,
Oh yeah. And we've had Brenda on before,
Yeah.
and here's the cool thing, the ladies have absolutely slayed Gordon. I mean, Brenda has beat him. Yeah. Kyra has only cooked 3 times. She's right off the get-go got a way higher score than Gordon's ever got. And I mean, so you started cooking. Brenda liked it. She was like, move over, let me slide in. She slides in. She's doing great. She's beating you. And then how did we get Kyra? Kyra, I want you to kind of tell me.
Okay.
I want to hear from you. This is about you. How did you, so we got mom and dad in, and you're watching what they're doing. And when did you tell them, hey, your perfect spot too, right in the middle. Y'all need to move over. Let me get front and center, and let me tell you how to do it and show you what to do.
Well, I feel like all like growing up, my dad would always cook, and so when my mom started like cooking, I was like, that kind of seems like interesting. So my dad would always be like, "Do you just want to like try to cook a steak or whatever?" And I'd always say no because I just didn't want to do it. And then like one day I was like, "Okay, whatever." And so I thought it was kind of boring at first, and I was just like standing there, but it ended up being like really fun, and then I just ended up wanting to compete. So
Yeah. So how did you get it? What did you start doing to get better?
probably watching John Lindsay's videos, and then just seeing my parents practice, and they like taught me. They just I don't know, just watching them like.
With all your
You practice.
Yeah, and I also take this class at school that I mentioned last night. It's called Positive You, and we just learn like basic things like kitchen utensils, and we've made a lot of things. And one thing I really like about that class is like we make food for the homeless too. So we visited like Project Hope, which is our local like homeless shelter, and we just help them and we make food for them, and then we also make food for ourselves. It's really good. But tomorrow we're making like smoothies. So
okay. So
they've never had one of her steaks, though.
Yeah. You need to let them know, like, hey, you know, I'm pretty deadgum good cooking steaks. I've got a golden ticket and a trophy and a really high score to prove it. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So I've seen you doing a lot of the practice steaks. Gordon is really good about posting when y'all are cooking. It seems like y'all are cooking kind of side by side. And he'll show a picture of his steak, and he'll show a picture of your steak, and hands down every time. And I ain't picking on Gordon, but every time I've seen your steak compared to his, your steak's always, it's got better defined grill marks. Sorry, Gordon, you need to learn to tighten up the grill marks. And
she won't share her secrets.
Yeah. So anyway, but I've just kind of noticed the little things. You got better color, you got better, sharper grill marks, and you know, and I know you're not photoshopping it or anything because Gordon's the one posting it. So now you're going to have Gordon going in and sharpieing his steaks now to make them look better on camera. So
I might remove some of her lines now that you mention that. That's not a bad idea.
Yes, yeah. We'll know it if you do it. It's too late now. So yeah, here we go. Carla's just saying, Kyra's is better.
Love you, Carla.
That's it. So anyway, but to go off and do this, your first time out, cooking it against a bunch of adults. I think there was 38, 40 teams there. That's a great accomplishment, and it's really, really cool to see, you know, how you followed in your mom and dad's footsteps, seeing what they did. What I really, really like about it, and we say this all the time, is, you know, we call it our barbecue family. You call it your steak family. The cool thing is, though, y'all are getting to do it together as an actual family. You know, I mean, I'll call Sam my barbecue family and all the guys that we cook with and stuff like that. We're just friends. But y'all are truly an entire family that are out cooking, and y'all have all done incredibly well. And to me, that is what is really unique about barbecue, or especially the steak, because it's just a little bit easier. I think Sam will attest. It's a lot harder when you have to cook 3 meats, and if you're like me, you know, you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get ready to put a brisket on at 5. So we're gonna hear how fast. Yeah, she's gonna go. No, I'm sticking with steak if that's the case. So
I sleep till like 12.
Yeah, we got to break her from that. So
when it comes to barbecue, we're a team though. Kyra, she can take the membrane off ribs with the best of them.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
So she does our seasoning, everything.
That's good. Well, it's really awesome. And I know y'all do a few barbecue competitions, but it's really unique to see y'all as a family all getting in and doing something that you love. And I hope that y'all are out a whole lot more next year. I know you've got a vacation. We were talking backstage that you've got a cruise scheduled for the World Championship. So, Kyra, I guess it's up to you if you want to cancel and push that cruise back to June or July. So, Sam, what did you do? You had a cruise planned, and what did you do with the Royal?
We canceled the cruise and went to the Royal.
There you go. So, anyway, all right, Sam, let's hear a little bit about you, brother. I know that you've only been cooking, what, about a year or so?
We've been competing for about a year or so. I've been to a couple competitions over the past 3 years. One here I have a little local hometown cook-off. It
Right.
non-sanctioned. It draws about 60 teams.
Wow.
And me and a coworker, we went 2 years ago, and he had been cooking for a while. And I told him, well, there's a cook-off here by the house. We'll see if we can get in there. And we went out, and that was my first cook-off ever. And we got a first place rib, I think a fifth place chicken, and we were in the teens on the brisket, but we were third overall at about 60 teams.
Dang, your first competition?
Very first one, yeah.
Man, that's freaking great. So let's back it up then.
Yeah.
How did you get into barbecue? I mean, when you was a young kid, did you have a mom, dad, aunt, uncle that really kind of liked cooking and kind of showed you how to do all that stuff, or how'd you learn all that stuff coming up?
Well, my dad always barbecued. He was into smoking stuff. He had one of those old Weber smokers, the tall ones, and he was always doing something on that. But just barbecuing around the house with friends and family and stuff like that. And I'd never really thought about the competition world until
many years later.
Yeah, really a couple years ago.
Right.
Tony Longoria got me into it.
Okay.
And we went to that competition and we got third, so I was all about it. And I think I went to one more competition with him, and that was it for about a year. And then last year, the same contest came around. It's the end of January, and Tony couldn't make it, so I went by myself, and got a second place brisket out of about 60 teams.
Wow.
And then we did another little competition, and then we went to Mark Minka's Chisholm Trail Children's Hospital trail ride cook-off. And everybody was there. It was IBCA. Bill Purvis won it, and we just got smoked over there.
Right. So that was the first sanctioned cook-off that you had cooked at.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a little bit different when you're cooking the non-sanctioned against all the good old boys, but then when you roll into the sanctioned barbecue, the IBCA, the CBAs, the alphabet soup as we call it.
I think we wound up with a 58th rib or something out of about 65.
Yeah.
And
it's a different caliper. There's no doubt. It's
sir.
Definitely a different caliper of cook. So
and I actually flagged down Bill while he was getting, his grand champion trophy, and talked to him for about 15 minutes. And he told me about the Barbecue Champs Academy and to take his class, and gave me all his info. And he's been really helpful.
Yeah. And looking at what you've done this year, it looks like has the classes helped you?
Oh yeah, a ton. Yeah, we went. We took the Bill Purvis class first, and we went to a little CBA competition here on Easter weekend. I think we were 5th overall.
Dang.
Okay. And then I took about another month off, and we practiced here at the house. Made a couple runs, and went down to Rockport in May, and granted the competition.
Wow.
That was basically our first big competition. We won it.
Wow. Man, that is awesome. Yeah, it kind of paid for the class in a hurry, didn't it?
Yeah. That's pretty much been every weekend since then.
Yeah, that is great.
My wife didn't know what she was getting into, I don't think.
Look at Gordon up there laughing. Yeah. Don't ever let them know. Just tell them, buying you some new shoes, honey. So, that is awesome. And then,
the pop-up tent, and now we're pulling a 36-foot toy hauler. And
really? Okay. Go big, baby. That is flipping great. And that's the kind of success I love to see. We have a lot of people that's taken classes and done well. We've seen what Gordon has done and how it's, ran through his entire family with him and Brenda and now Kyra. And that's just in the steak side. And now we have barbecue. Look what you've done. You started off with a pop-up tent. Now you got a 36-foot, toy hauler, and you're freaking probably loving it. What about your wife? Is she enjoying it?
Yeah, she enjoys it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just me and her on the team now, and we go. I'd go every weekend if we could. She likes to take a weekend off about once a month.
Yeah.
But
don't worry.
Sometimes we get all the weekends in the month. Sometimes we take one off, but she's been enjoying traveling around.
That's good. My wife's this. No, she's good for 2 in a row, but she can't do 3 in a row. She's like, I ain't doing 3 in a row. If you want to go to it, you go. Okay, I'm gone. I'm gonna miss you. There's a Ross down the street, and all of a sudden it's like, oh well, wait a minute. So just leave her. Just don't let your wife get close to Vivian and Suzette. You'll be all right. So, because if you do, you're gonna be broke. So you should have looked in your basket when I saw you at HEB parking lot in Uvalde. So. Oh, Lance has done popped up. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Good to see you.
Anyway, but yeah, that's really cool that you got your wife into it. Now, the next thing you know, you need to get her doing some of the ancillaries. My wife kind of got into doing the desserts. She really never cooked a whole lot of desserts, but you know, she's pretty good about getting in there and figuring stuff out. And she started cooking some desserts and stuff like that. Man, she done had like 3 or 4 first place and a couple seconds, and you know, it's fun for them because it does give them something to do while you're doing your stuff, and makes them really feel like, you know, wow, I like doing this now.
Yeah,
so
we've tried a few. We did the salsa competition out at Driftwood, and she mixed up something. She was working on it Friday, and she was putting stuff in it, and I was trying to go to bed, and my eyes were watering, and I figured it was some kind of toxic concoction she was making. And when they called it down, it was she wound up first place in the salsa.
Oh, heck yeah.
She paid out $300 and something or something.
Dang, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's really good. Well, that's the way to get her hooked, you know. Let her make something. Hey, get out of the way. You go to bed. I got this. Ain't that right, Kyra? I got this. Just step back out. And once you do that, then we're good to go. And she rolls off, gets the first place, and look what happens. So,
yeah. She enjoys it though. She likes going. She makes most of the sauces and stuff like that, and she'll try a different sauce here, try something there. So it's working out pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. What is James saying, Mike? You could have your wife cook one of the meats. No, I can't. No, that wouldn't work, James. So she's too busy shopping with Vivian if they're together. And other than that, she's not going to touch the meat. See, it's kind of like what Kyra said just a minute ago. I don't get up early. Well, Suzette is not going to get up early enough. She might get up early enough to cook the chicken. So, but that's going to be about it. So let's see what it goes. Hey, guys, woohoo. Hey, Brenda. So he doesn't want her to mess his brisket turn in. There you go. So, Gordon, don't start that, Gordon. Hey, James, look. If you notice, James, your membership privileges have been revoked. So I don't have to worry about James popping here and kicking me off. So anyway.
Free James.
Yeah, free James. That's it. He's been pushing for that all night. So now I'm gonna let Suzette just sleep in. I'll take care of the 3 meats. So, but that's really good, Sam, that, you know, you've got her kind of involved in all that. And to me, that really does make it more family oriented. The more she keeps doing that, you just give her some time, man. She'll probably go, hey, look, they're doing a little ancillary over here. I'd like to go cook in that deal. Okay, honey, we twist my arm a little bit. Maybe we can go do it. All right, we'll go do it. So anyway, well, that's pretty cool. So, Kyra, what you got on tap for the rest of the year? You got any more competitions you got your eye on?
Probably. I don't know like when, but it's probably sometime soon. Just like cooking steak and stuff.
New Year's Eve?
No.
No? I tried.
What did you say?
New Year's Eve. There's a competition.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of them. So what's wrong with New Year's Eve? You got something planned?
Parties.
Boyfriend?
No.
Okay, very good. Hey, Gordon?
Yeah.
Gordon, you know I've got a very big connection in the pool industry, right?
Hey, we just chased the last one off. So
just saying, I got friends that dig swimming pools, and man, let me tell you what, right before they put that gunite down, dig down about 5 or 6 more feet, put that. I got you.
I'll call you,
Kyra. You know, we've kind of all watched you grow up here, girl. So I'm just saying, you know, but leave the boys alone. That's all I'm saying. Leave the boys alone. So anyway, so just go cook New Year's Eve. It'll be fine. That's it. We got people already saying is Go do it New Year's Eve, Kyra. So what are you waiting on? Come down to North Carolina and join us. See, look at all the people. You got all these people want to hang out with you. Kyra's so talented in so many aspects. This girl is incredible. There we go. That's hilarious. Yeah, I got to take care of my people, Lance. You don't understand. So, and I just figure, deep in, 8 foot deep, a little bit more.
Go
down, gunite it. Never. So anyway, she don't think that's too funny, I don't think, Gordon. So it's all good, Kyra. It's because we love you.
True.
It's all because we love you. So
That's right.
you don't understand. We know, right, guys, shake your head, how horrible guys can be. So there you go.
So true.
That's so
Yeah.
true. That's
Good thing
it.
none of us were like that.
Yeah.
That's right. I wasn't, thank God. So no way. I didn't like girls. I was too busy into racing. So I could care less. I didn't want a girlfriend. Kyra, need you to help in the Army. There you go. So yeah.
Rez out.
There we go.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So no cooks. Go ahead.
Well, we've got a barbecue cook coming
Yeah,
up. We're going to do the indoor cook in Missouri when pigs fly.
Okay.
Joining forces with a few other Ohio cooks. Nick Owensby from Sailor Nick's, Josh Lenhart from Buckeye Flavor, and Aaron Hunnelman, who I think they're all on here, but he's from Go Big or Go Barbecue. So we're going to do a thing for Mr. Brisket. And
Okay.
show the Missouri boys what we can do on a pellet grill.
There you go. Hey. Okay. We're throwing out pellet cookers. Sam, what kind of grill are you cooking on, brother?
We cook on gateways.
Gateway drums.
Yes, sir.
Hot and fast. Okay.
Yes, sir. We also run a rec tech as well.
Okay. So you do use both. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with it. We got Stephen Peacock. He was on here earlier. Stephen, man, he cooks on pellet cookers, and that guy has killed it this year. I mean, killed it. So Green Mountain Grills.
That's an indoor event for us, so that's the only thing that we can cook on.
Is on pellet cookers.
Yeah, normally I cook. It's in the Show Me Center, which it's a big arena.
Okay.
So I also am currently registered to cook steaks and cook with my barbecue team. I got to talk to the guys about that and see what they think.
Why don't you cook the barbecue and let Kyra cook the steak?
Yeah. Take Kyra with you.
No,
Or
I'll
take
never
me
hear
with
the
you.
end of it.
Oh, well, you want to win, don't you?
That's right.
True, but she
Okay.
keeps the money. I pay the entry fees.
Yeah, I'm
She
going on a
keeps the
shopping
money.
spree.
Smart girl. Very smart girl. There you go. That's
You
the way you
always say that.
that's the way you do it. So
When
that is
Brenda
awesome.
won money, at least she bought a new grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. That's
I'm
right.
buying some
That's it.
clothes.
There you go. That's right. She's a growing girl. She needs new clothes. Exactly. So you got her into it. She's just there to cook and get the money. So
Yeah.
Right.
you know. Oh goodness. All right, Sam. So let's talk a little bit about Uvalde. Big competition this past weekend.
sir.
168, 170 teams. First time I know there, because you just said you just kind of got really rolling into it this year. So
Yes, sir.
what was your thoughts of that? I've heard it is absolutely a phenomenal cook-off.
It was a great cook off. It was well put together. Wade Carpenter did a real good job on it. We signed up for it. I'd been watching it for a little while, and then we decided to take off the rest of the year when deer season started here in November.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started thinking about cooking again. And it was a 3 meat coming up to it, and then I don't know. I think about 2 months ago they added pork, and then so I was kind of iffy about it because I haven't cooked a lot of pork yet.
Right.
So, but we decided to go do it, and loaded up the trailer, and we went. We got a great spot. We were right outside the turn-in area.
Oh, that makes it nice.
Real nice location. We were on all flat, good ground. Everybody was there.
Oh, it's some heavy hitters. 168 teams, I think, is what the final total was of some of the absolute best cookers across the country and mainly across Texas, I guess. Was there any people that came from out of state that cooked that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, man, that is awesome. And how did you end up finishing? I know you had a high call in chicken, and
We had a 5th place chicken, and
Okay.
and we wound up 6 overall.
man, that is freaking awesome. Out of
Yes.
168 teams,
Yeah,
man,
it
that
was
is.
great. We went in, really just hoping to get one call and hear our name at least once, and
You did.
yeah, it was good.
That's awesome. Yeah, James Miller said first time there, and it was awesome as well. So is it in paved parking, or is it on grass, or where's the parking? How's it all
It's
set up?
a little bit of everything. There's some concrete, some gravel parking area,
Okay.
and we were on grass, and it was really perfect.
Yeah, water
think, yeah.
hookup, electric hookups. They have any of that?
They had a lot of spots that had water and electric. We
Okay.
we were on the generator, but
Okay.
for where we were at, I was pretty happy with that. I'd be happy to run the generator and walk
Oh
20
yeah.
yards.
Yeah. I've heard some of the
Yeah.
turn-ins are pretty far, so you've kind of
Yes,
got
sir.
to figure it in. So, well, man, that is pretty neat. So, what's your plans for next year? Are you going to try to step it up and maybe do 2025 comps for next year, or maybe a few
Oh,
more?
definitely. Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna do. I think we probably did pretty close to 20 since May of this year.
oh wow.
Yeah, we like I say, we say that at almost every weekend. I think we're gonna do some try to stick with the IBCA, see if we can make a pretty good finish in the IBCA.
Okay.
I think we're I don't know in the teens somewhere right now going into the
Okay.
end of the year, and then try a few more CBA events. I haven't been doing a whole lot of CBAs just because I haven't cooked a lot of pork and stuff yet.
Right. Right.
We cooked chicken halves, James.
Okay. Chicken halves. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
6.5. So you did halves. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna try to cook as much as we can. We're gonna start off with the competition here close to the house, and then go from there.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. Hey, if anybody's got any questions for Sam or Kyra or Brenda,
Gordon.
if you got something for Gordon, let him know as well. I mean, we don't want him to fill out. So
Yeah, right.
yeah. Anyway, he's kind of slacking there. So hey, Thomasons.
Oh,
Anyway, so if y'all got any questions about anything, or anything, pop them up. We'll see if we can get you an answer. So it's pretty neat though. Let's see, Kyra. Let's see what we got.
Thanks for
Kyra.
I don't know. I've had so many people ask me.
Yeah,
my
I bet.
parents haven't even had our steaks yet.
I bet that's awesome.
So bad.
That's what
My
happens.
gymnastics coach even asked me to make her.
Like, you don't cook me a steak? Yeah. Hey, butter up with them. I mean, you never know. It's all here. Slide them a steak in. It'll be good. So, all right. Let's see. Yeah, and here, Kyra cooks better than Gordon. All right, we're starting to hear it.
That's for
Let's see.
sure.
Congratulations, Kyra. We're so proud of you. Got a lot of
Thank
folks
you.
on here. And Heather's in here. Come on.
Since
I've
you're a
known
baby.
you since you were a baby. There we go. Let's see, James. Okay, what charcoal do both groups use? Great question. So, Sam, we'll start with you first, brother. What do you cook with? Are you a lump guy? Are you a charcoal guy? What charcoal brand you like?
It depends. I use regular charcoal briquettes mostly on my chicken, and then lump
Okay.
charcoal on everything else.
So what brand do you on your chicken? You a B&B? You a Kingsford? You
We're using Royal Oak.
Roll Oak charcoal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Roll Oak on your chicken, and lump in the drums, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. A lot of people are using the lump in the drums. I mean, them things, and you can get them things cranked up so quick. So,
Yes, sir.
all right, Gordon. Excuse. Well, we'll give this question to you.
Okay. B&B and our the briquettes and our steak grills.
Okay.
And my stump smoker, I'm using their lump. And the pellet grill, I'm using their pellets.
Yeah.
They don't sponsor us, but I love their products. They make a quality product that's consistent every time I use it. So
Yeah.
I like that consistency. As John Lindsay says, control what you can control. And that's always the same for me.
Absolutely. Let's see, Kyra, did they get you ice cream?
Oh,
after
yeah,
you
we were
won?
thinking about you,
Well,
Raz.
okay. So basically, right after the competition, they didn't. But when we got home, I was begging them to go to D.
What?
So they took me.
Where did you want to go to?
Dairy
Dairy
Queen.
Queen.
Oh, heck yeah, girl. The banana split blizzard is the bomb. I don't know if
I
you've
got
ever
the
had.
candy cane chilled. So
Okay.
That's
You like it?
Raz is our ice cream
Oh,
partner
we
after
always love-
competition.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I needed him to convince my parents to go get ice cream.
The girl just got second place
I
at a
know.
competition.
They
Her
were
first one.
closed.
Yeah.
No, they
She's
weren't.
not telling the whole story.
It was
They
at
were
5
closed.
o'clock.
They're not closed at 5 o'clock.
It was 8.
No, it was not.
Oh my gosh. At least you got it, Kyra. That's all that counts.
Very
Okay, we
nice.
got another question. Gordon, how does it feel to be third best cook in your home?
You know what? So as funny as that is, that was really the end game of all of this. Brenda had never cooked on a grill. We had a running joke that Brenda could burn water. And,
School teacher that.
yeah, Kyra said that to her
So
preschool
bad.
teacher.
So bad.
I'm like, oh, it was a joke. I didn't mean it.
Oh gosh.
So, and then I had a friend ask me the same exact question. What are you going to do when your daughter starts beating you? And I'm like, celebrate that, because
Yeah.
that really is the end goal of all of this.
Yeah.
So, as it's funny, seriously, that I couldn't wish for anything more.
That was like the best moment this weekend. Just
Oh.
I was like, I heard her number called, and I'm like, is that really your number? Like, I was shaking,
Right.
ran up, and
Yeah, it was so nice seeing everybody
I
like
was-
standing
I was
for
like-
me and
I
like
had tears in my
clapping.
eyes, and it really was the best moment.
I bet that had to be a
Everybody-
huge proud moment, no
Like a
doubt.
standing
So
ovation. I don't know if they were standing for Jimmy Miller or
Yeah.
I know, 'cause I don't know if everybody was standing. I don't.
The noise
It
was,
was just
it was kind of a blur.
yeah.
right.
Really
They heard her name and everybody was screaming.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well, a 254.2, your first time out, like
I was
that
like,
wins
oh my God.
99% of all
Can't even get that.
competitions. You know, I mean, the only thing that beats you is a perfect score. A perfect score beats you, you know, like, golly. So, Gordon, as a father, do you focus more on being a competitor or trying just to pass the knowledge to the younger generation, or even both?
Definitely both. But I look
Okay.
at it this way: they need me because neither one of them know how to back up a trailer.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
they can win all they want. They have
Sorry,
to
we
have
could just
me.
use our small.
Okay. Hey,
please.
can I give you
your
girls?
love
Let me give you girls a little advice.
I mean,
Y'all are cute, and all you got to do is pull up and say, "Hey, can any of you guys back up my trailer for me?" You're done. So I'm just saying. Sorry, Gordon. That's all they've got to do. So
Hey, don't give them
anyway,
an idea.
well, I mean, at least you know, Erica brought out a great one. How does it feel being third best in the house? Maybe one day I need to get you and James on here because James is the second best cook in his house. Oh, sorry, James, you knew that was coming.
I think James and Erica and Brenda and I hold the record for the longest show in Barbecue Champs history.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that was
think
a
so.
great show.
yeah,
Oh.
probably so. Probably so. So let's see. That's not true. That's so not true. I see Gordon's pics of his food. It's amazing. He taught Kyra well.
Ah, there we go. Thank
Yeah,
you.
It's Photoshop. Heather, it's Photoshop. Wow, Erica needs to be put in timeout. No, Erica is never going to be put in timeout, James. Sorry. So she just basically what she did is she tagged you and Gordon is basically the same. And that is just the end of the line. So, oh, goodness gracious. First of many to come, Kyra. Keith Todd, let's see, laughing out. That's right. You're out. That's right. You're out. So. Gordon just dropped the mic. Yep. Wow. Sorry, brother. I'm just saying. I mean, look, Erica's the one that brought it up. And the reason that she said, how does it feel being third? Because there's 3 in that family. Well, she brought that up because you're second. And, we know that. So anyway, oh, goodness gracious. We sure do. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, James, do you have any kids? Y'all got kids you old enough to cook yet, or any children? I said James. I said
Yeah.
James. I meant Sam.
Yes, sir. All our kids are grown. We've got some grandkids coming along. Hopefully, we'll get in some kids queue and stuff like that.
Oh, that's going to be great. That is going to be great. That's the best way to do it. Get the family involved. Get the grandkids going. I mean, they're the future of our competitions, right?
sir.
So teach them young. Teach them young and let them grow up. Look at Ray. I mean, look what she's done. Amazing. Still just absolutely amazing with that. It's going to be really cool. If you wasn't on earlier, we are trying to get Rayon, and hopefully, if we can, um, it would be really really cool if we can get that family, the Barker family, owned. So anyway,
Don't let your grandkids watch your barbecue champs videos. They'll beat you with them.
All right.
Right.
Just warning you.
They can
That's
save it for their own videos.
that's it. That's it. Well, I tell you what, I really do.
Mirror video. I can't share anything with anybody. So
That's right. That's exactly right. Well, I really am glad that y'all took some time to come out tonight. I don't want to keep y'all much longer. I know Kyra's got to get to school tomorrow, so
I get to sleep in. It's okay.
she gets to sleep in. Okay.
I don't have to go to school till 9.
It's
I
exam
got
week.
you.
Yeah.
It's exam week. Okay, that's pretty cool. So, let's see, Miss Kyra, as a young lady, this has to be overwhelming. I know it is for me as an adult. How do you keep yourself centered and focused, and to be able to go out and beat us adults? Okay, that's a pretty good
That's
question.
a good question.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I just when my dad, me and my dad were talking about this earlier in the car. He said like his first competition, he was all jittery, and then he like goes into focus. So I feel like that's kind of what I did too. Like I wasn't really, to be honest, I wasn't really that nervous. Like I feel like when we were at awards, I was super nervous.
Right.
But I feel like when we're just cooking, I'm fine, and I would like get into that mode where like nothing is really distracting me.
There you go.
So.
That's pretty cool. Focused. And that's what you have to do. I mean, you have to get in. You have to put everything out. I got to cook a steak and be done with it. So,
Yeah.
And she knows no matter how good she does, when she goes to school tomorrow, she's just Kyra.
Right.
Yeah.
Be humble.
Yeah, that's it.
Be
She
happy,
is, yeah.
Yeah,
but be humble.
that's it. 100%. Y'all are so awesome. Great show, y'all. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
I saw her practice steak before the competition on Facebook. I was not surprised. Yeah, I wasn't either, Kevin. I mean, when I got the message from Gordon that she was going to be cooking, I was like, that girl's going to kill it. I've done seen her steaks. I mean, as all she had to do was just get her taste down. And I said, if her taste is good, she'll nail the rest of it. So, because I've seen them when you cut it, the doneness has been perfect. The appearance has been freaking phenomenal. So, and that's what it takes. That's what it takes to get these competitions. So, all right. Well, I really do appreciate y'all being on. I want to give everybody a chance to thank their sponsors. Sam, you want to go first, man? You got any sponsors you want?
John at the Chopping Block in Victoria, and, the Victoria store and the Webster store. Go see him for all your meats in the South Texas area.
Okay. All right. And Gordon, what you got, brother?
Well, Robbie Royal for recommending, you
Yeah.
to us. And I always say I blame two people for this whole steak and barbecue thing that we're on. I blame you and Robbie Royal for this. So
All right. I'll take that any day. I
But
will
no,
take that.
Barbecue Champs Academy, it's a great thing for our friends that are on here. You can buy these classes, and if you're ever going to compete, one class, it will pay for itself on your first win. So, I mean, it's worth the price of admission and the information that's out there. But we got to thank our sponsors, John Lindsay and Ronald Burns, their families too. Man, they solid families, just good people. But Team Arcasipi, they brought us on board, and we love it. Just a solid group of people. The Arcasipi combo, so that's all queued up and hotty toddy. Jim Hudgens, Big Jim's Rubs. Man, that guy.
Yeah.
I can't say enough good things about him. But Mr. Brisket, Flaps 20, Moo Magic, M Grills. I know I mentioned PK earlier, but we switched to M Grills quite a while ago. And man, we love them. Those things are
amazing.
Yeah, great grills. That B&B Charcoal, our friends and family that are all on here to support us and that watch our dogs and our house while we're gone doing this crazy thing we do.
Yeah.
And the number one thing, our SCA family. I didn't believe it when I first started. I kept hearing about the SCA family, and these people truly are family.
Yeah.
I'd drive 3 states
people.
to go celebrate them.
Yeah.
just some of the best people you'll ever meet.
Yeah, it really is. The barbecue family in the state community, it's the same, and it is just phenomenal. The people that you meet. I've got some incredible friends. I know I give James a hard time all the time, but love James and Erica and so many of the guys and gals that we cook with all the time. And it really is fun to get together and to do all that. So, Kyra, I hope you know you're going to be my new spokesperson for Barbecue Champs Academy. So, I'm just saying we'll be working out the details on that in the near future. So, Gordon won't have anything to do with it. I'll get out to you somehow, or we can talk privately. And but no, for you to roll out the first competition you've ever cooked in your adult competition, and to roll off and have a 254.2 right off the get-go and get second place against some incredibly good teams. Huge congratulations to you, girl. I'm very, very proud of you. And I know it's a proud moment for your mom and dad, but it is a super proud moment for somebody like me that gives the platform for people like you and Gordon and Sam and Brenda to go out and do what y'all do and crush it. And that to me is like the most rewarding thing ever. So I want to win competitions, but to me that is more important than me even winning a competition. So anyway,
hey Mike, before we end, I'd like to just second what Gordon said about the Barbecue Champs Academy, and it's definitely worth every penny. Bill Purvis, Aaron Leslie, they've helped me out a ton. Awesome. Everybody we've met along the way, but those two guys really are out there and help everybody they come across, I think, and
they really do.
Really got great information and very helpful. You can talk to them anytime. They're great guys. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Sam. It means a lot. And thank you for your support and telling people, I mean, Gordon, every time he makes a post, he's tagging Barbecue Champs. And I know you've done it a ton as well. And we really do appreciate that. It helps us get the word out. And people just sometimes like, are these classes really that good? And I was like, I don't have to just go watch some of our podcasts. Look at here's a young girl over here that's 14 years old cooking her first competition in state. Yeah, I mean, second place I'm almost a near perfect score. Look at you, your first year. You've crushed it. You've had a great year. Huge congratulations to you, Sam. And I want to thank all of y'all. And it means a lot to us. And I hope everybody's enjoyed our show. I want to wish y'all a Merry Christmas. Yes. Kyra, dream big, girl. Daddy's got deep pockets, so whatever you want, just deep pockets. Go big.
I just spend irresponsibly.
So that's it. Anyway, so want to wish both of y'all a Merry Christmas, Sam.
You as well.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas to all of y'all. And I hope everybody's enjoyed it. Fingers crossed that we can get the Barker family on next week. We've already reached out to their PR person for Ray. We've submitted an email asking if we could get her on our show tonight. So if things go well and they give us the permission, we will have Ray on. If not, we tried. And we love giving the young girls and the young guys, the kids, the spotlight. I think it's so rewarding for them, for the hard work that they put in it, to the achievements that they make. They are the future of our barbecue and state competitions, and I love giving anybody the limelight that does good. And I'm hoping we can get her on. So if not, we will have another guest on. We've got some other folks lined up with some other things that we're wanting to talk about as well. I hope everybody's enjoyed our show tonight. And as always, y'all go out there, have a lot of fun.